phased time. Oh. Yes, well, let's get back inside, I guess.
A moment, Captain. It appears Constellation's current mission is at its end. It is customary to offer congratulatory statements.
I actually feel a bit sad.
Depression is common after prolonged periods of stress, even when, paradoxically, reporting high levels of satisfaction. I hope the process of becoming Starborn is done without causing any physical trauma. But, given the unknown physiological requirements of crossing universes, that seems unlikely.
You always know how to end on a positive note.
I am told that is the best way to deliver potentially upsetting news. If we do not see each other again, goodbye, Captain. From a statistical standpoint, you have been an unusually effective member of this team.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
There are worse ways to begin a day than here with you.
I guess you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well. So, what do you say?
I guess everybody's upstairs.
Heck of a thing we pulled off.
I can't wait to get to the Unity. I've been reading all about parallel universe theory, and I'm so ready to meet another version of me. You think it's okay if I call them Cora too?
I'm sure you'll work something out if it's not.
I'll have to check all my charts and double check all the locking mechanisms and see what kind of differences there are in the next universe. You know, in case we get into the kind of trouble we always do. Look, Dad said that there's a chance we might all get separated after we go to the Unity. You don't think that's going to happen, do you?
It might. That's a risk we'll all be taking.
That's what Dad said. I feel kind of bad, you know? That I want to go anyway. I'm sure gonna miss the lodge, but I can't wait to see what happens next. Ahoy, Captain! Bye!
That's all she's got. So where's
Stopping by for a
Sam?
chin wag, Captain?
Do you need me somewhere?
Need a hand with something?
Always knew we could pull this off. Finally, these new universes won't know what hit them. Forget about the Starborn and the Hunter. It's Barrett and company from here on out.
Let's just stick with calling ourselves Constellation.
I suppose we can do that. Classic. Look, if this is a are we doing this or not talk, then stop right there. We're doing this. The multiverse waits for no one.
If every Barrett in the universe is gonna be like this, then I will never escape this nightmare. Oh man, that's such a tempting line. I'm not so sure, Barrett. We'd be leaving everything we know.
You see? That's your lizard brain talking. Fear causes people to want to huddle up, protect what they have. It's up to us to show them there's more out there. Now, I'm willing to risk everything for a shot at the unknown any day of any reality. Now, let's do this.
Hey, Captain.
Well, Barrett loved that. He loved himself, hyping himself up. What a douche. Where the hell is Sam?
Hello.
He downstairs? Sam? Where the hell are you? I heard him. He was talking before. There he is.
Coming up on the end of a long ride here. We got all the artifacts. You ready for what comes next? Might not see each other on the other side.
I'm worried, Sam. I won't lie.
Yeah, so am I. Hey, listen, you're probably wondering about Cora. I played it over in my head 1,000 times, and I've made up my mind. She's coming with. I know what everyone's gonna say, but even if I told her no, she'd find some way on board that ship. And if we stayed behind, we'd both regret it.
Can't keep a co out of an adventure. I get it.
I'm sure plenty of the others won't like it, and I'll be worried like no tomorrow if we don't end up in the same place. But I gotta keep telling myself that Cora's ready for this. And hey, same goes for you. If we don't see each other on the other side, it's been, all worth it.
So, the unity awaits. I'm not as afraid as I thought I would be. Stepping away from the world you know can lead to a better place.
Oh wow. This journey brought us together. I don't know if I want to leave that behind.
That is not what I meant. I would not want to leave it behind so easily either. I just meant that life keeps going. Even when you have lost everything. Do you think we will see each other after the unity? Will we even recognize each other if we do?
If you're worried, we don't have to go.
Part of me does not want to. I could stay here with everyone. with you. But I will step into the beyond whenever you are ready. I know this is what we have all been working for.
That is everyone, is it not? Optional, talk to your friends before you leave. Does that entail going to Alpha Centauri as well? Let's check that. Let's check that because, kind of odd otherwise.
Do you have a favorite restaurant here? Mine is currently Whetstone, but it changes.
That's fair.
Idea that the odds of
Of course, it gave us more temples to find.
The artifacts are all gathered. We've done it. There's nothing like an investment paying off. We've succeeded beyond my wildest dreams. Everyone should feel proud.
We haven't made any money, though. Constellation couldn't have done this without Stroud Eklund's support. Thank you, Walter.
Oh no. This moment isn't about my corporate holdings, no. Being part of Constellation was just for me. Although there's always opportunities, I'm not above taking advantage of what we learn as a group. Alas, while I would like to take the final jump with everyone, I'm afraid the saying, "you can't take it all with you," has caught up to me. There might not be a Stroud Eklund in the next universe, and certainly not mine. And I would be a poor choice of company if I was, well, poor.
Damn. Don't sell yourself so short, Walter. There's more to you than your money.
Thank you for that. But I'd be lying to myself if I didn't admit it was a part of me. And I have no desire to find out who I am without it. Goodbye, my friend. If I could borrow a bit from Sebastian Banks, bring light into the darkness of the unknown.
We're
Yeah,
so
these
close.
schmucks are all staying here. I can tell.
So I know we aren't keeping all the artifacts here anymore, but I think I can get some good readings from your ship. You have no idea how excited I am to analyze the data after you jump to the Unity. I'm gonna make some coffee. Pull an all-nighter.
You can analyze your data on the ship. You're coming with us.
What? No. I do not do field work, especially not the restructuring yourself at the molecular level kind. Or whatever the Unity actually does to make you starborn. Anyway, Vladimir and I have been talking, and we're both staying here. Someone has to keep Constellation going with so many people leaving. It'll be pretty quiet at first, but that's what Constellation has been doing forever, right? An old generation moves on, a new one moves in.
Noel, Chair of Constellation, has a nice ring to it.
Maybe one day. For now, I think I'm better off letting Vladimir have that headache. Okay,
Really?
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. And I'm sticking to that. So, goodbye. I'll miss you all.
Do you have a second, friend? I've thought about it,
Walter, you don't
and
have to answer this, but
as much as I would love to see the Unity the way Keeper Aquilus has experienced it, I'm not coming with you.
I'm told that when I'm not here,
You can't
I'm
be
distracted
serious.
by what I might be missing, and wind up.
This is what Constellation's been waiting for.
I know I should be excited, but I can't stop thinking about the fact that the Keeper knew about the Unity but chose to keep it hidden. I think I need to look for my answers here, in this universe. And I can't leave my parents. I know they would understand, but they're not getting any younger.
Good luck, Mateo. And goodbye.
You too. I know I'm flaking out at the end, but I'm glad I was a part of all this.
I'm shocked he's given up so quickly.
It'll be a shame to pack up all the modifications to the Eye for finding the artifacts. But she's earned a break. Gilded our fortunes for sure.
I could say the same about you, Vladimir. We couldn't have done this without you.
I'm just an old blade in the dark trying to make good. I'll be taking up the chair when everyone's gone in the Unity. Set Constellation's course for another new beginning. Not my first time at the helm for a crew, but going to take it slow.
Maybe this one will turn out better than the last time, huh?
Constellation will be in good hands with you.
Don't know about that. Intend to keep teaching folks how to play the Troublemaker's game. No use being an explorer if you aren't a little dangerous. Well, tipped your ear long enough. I'll be smiling as you walk through Eternity's gate. Give the next universe something to talk about, yeah?
Yeah. Fuck off with that message. Fine, I will delete some fucking saves. Holy shit. You happy now? God damn. Right at the end, too, the game just starts giving me shit tons of trouble.
There is no one I would rather see right now. Indeed I do.
Nice,
Leaving
thanks for
so
the money.
soon.
That's the last thing you'll ever give me. I really... I fucking can't. I can't. I would say let's take one last stroll through the city. We'll take the gnat, we'll do all the fun stuff. Because we're gonna go through that. We're gonna go through that portal. We're gonna go through that Unity, as it were. I'm very, very curious how it functions. What it's going to do. And I mean, it's funny that it's like, you know, I get all sentimental towards the end of any game, and I do, right? There's a lot of times where I'll play a game and I just feel kind of, like, empty afterwards. And that's kind of why I like that one line where the character says, I feel sad. You know, and it's like, yeah, that's typically how you feel at the end of a game that you put a lot of time into. I wouldn't even say necessarily enjoyed. That's not to say that I didn't enjoy my time with this. There were times where I enjoyed my time with this, but it was also a terrible, terrible, awful fucking slog, and I hated the latter half of it. I'll say that. Like, main quest-wise, I think the main quest is actually fine. Fine to play. I think it's paced relatively well.
Pleasing. I wonder if it matches the original vision of the artist, or if they changed the design as they worked on it.
But there's a lot of moments, like the companion dying is such a, it's not a mind-blowing thing, but it is for a Bethesda game, because typically something like that would have to occur on purpose, right? Because the last time we saw something like that where characters could just die was in Oblivion, and that's with Boris and Joffrey just being able to die, and how little it affects the story as well. But you know, there were some moments in this game. This game has
comforting.
This game has its moments, but it's also to say that it has its stinky moments too. It's moments that are really just bad. You completed the armillary. Once you power up your grav drive, you'll jump to the Unity. Remove the armillary from your ship if you need to grav jump anywhere else.
Dad, can I have a pet?
A pet? We live on a starship, Cora. Pets and starships don't always mix so well.
Aww,
We're cleared for liftoff.
I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
Give him an inch. We'll see how it goes.
Orbital insertion complete. You may now move freely about the cabin.
I didn't think it was just gonna trigger. I wasn't expecting it to just go off. There's no turning back, is there?
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity.
Is this the end? The afterlife? Heaven? Are you...
It's natural that your mind would go there, and it's not a simple question to answer. You stand now at the very center of space and time. Center being the best word to grant you understanding, but still not entirely accurate. The unity is what was, what is, and what shall be. It is nowhere and everywhere, nothing and everything. It is the unity. Any other meaning is entirely up to you. All of you.
I don't sound anything like that.
Everyone says that when they hear themselves for the first time. But no, you don't sound like this. At least, not this you. I am as much you as you are a part of everything. All points connect to here. When a star is born or dies, its existence beats through the heart of this place. The Unity. I have seen all you are, have been, and could be. Do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret?
So, wait. Am I dead?
Do you feel dead? You are energy, and energy cannot be destroyed.
I mean, we all have regrets. If we're honest, anyway.
Fair. I wonder what your decision will be then. In order to become Starborn, you must give the universe one last thing. Yourself. That intangible part of you. That something that makes you unique amongst the infinite will explode like a supernova. A part of you will fuse with the essence of this universe, while another part leaves it behind forever. Do you understand what I mean? This one final leap will change this universe forever, even as you leave it behind.
Wait, the artifacts, the temples, the armillary. Who created them? And why?
Unknowingly, you just answered your own questions. For who creates things but creators? That is what they have been named throughout the endless circle of time. Are they one or many? Human or alien? Terrestrial or celestial? One day, you might even meet the creators, but not this day. As for the why, so that you could ask that very question, so that you could stand before me for time immemorial and delve into the mysterious of the unending cosmos.
The Starborn said I would be reborn. This sounds like death.
Much like the death of a star creates new kinds of matter, so will the part of your being become fused with the Unity itself. That part is what becomes Starborn and crosses into the multiverse. Through your eyes, it will be as if waking up from a dream. Walk into the gate of light, and you will become Starborn. Everything will vanish, and you will awaken somewhere else. But that isn't your only potential destiny. You could turn around, walk away from the Unity until the stars fade away, and you will wake up on your own ship, in your universe. You could live out the life you have. I have enjoyed speaking to you once again. All of you. Every version that is here in the Unity, right now. Go out into the stars. As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving. As the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. Your lover, Andrasia, eventually chooses to be reborn herself. Your commitment to each other bolsters all relationships in the settled systems. Marriages blossom. more people in House Varun begin to question its orthodoxy and look to the outside world.
Oh.
Your work with UC Sysdef against the Crimson Fleet is a triumph of law over greed. The UC establishes greater security throughout the settled systems. Travelers throughout the stars will be safer. Ryujin Industries dismantles the internal neuroamp and keeps its existence a secret. The company is successful, but quieter. Every new operative that is hired hears the story of your rise through the corporate ladder and looks to emulate your success.
That's honestly the best possible outcome for that. The fuck is this one here?
By defeating both the Hunter and the Emissary, the path to the Unity in this universe is left for the people of the settled systems to discover on their own, uninterrupted by powerful Starborn.
Oh, so because I chose not to kill them, they just kinda figured things out? Interesting.
Ron Hope's downfall proves once again that the Free Star Rangers put justice above petty power plays and politics. A sense of commitment to the common good grows throughout the Free Star Collective. Acts of heroism and noble sacrifice increase. The resurrection of the Asyli species leads to a massive reduction in terramorph attacks across the settled systems. At the same time, the need to spread the Asylis far and wide increases cooperation between all the factions. Belief in the UC as the diplomatic leader of the settled systems grows.
Wow. So, at the end of the day, that was actually the correct choice, and the game seems to acknowledge this, and everyone in Constellation is just fucking retarded for disagreeing with
The
it.
Constellation membership who stays behind will in time publish their data about the discovery of the artifacts, the Starborn, and the Unity. Space exploration across the settled systems is given new life as people search for hope out there in the stars.
Can I talk to myself again?
You can return to your universe if you wish.
I guess not. I do think it's crazy that it counts Andreja, but not Sarah, which is kind of fucked. But I guess that makes sense because Andreja is still around, and it talks about the impact that she has. But she also chooses to be reborn, which I think is funny because how does myself know this? If she is also undergoing a similar situation, but myself has given me the opportunity to leave, and if I were to take that opportunity, what would Andreja's self tell her if I stayed behind? She chooses to be reborn regardless of my decision here. So if I were to go back, would that mean that Andreja, Sam, Barrett, and the rest have already left? I don't know. It's a good question. But, I guess there's nothing left to do except walk through the portal. Through the Unity. So, I hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you all in the next universe.
Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one? What choices will you make?
I guess we'll find out.